Hey, what up? So, a couple days after I get hit by the snowplow in the middle of the parking lot. Um, but yeah, I think that'll all work out. It was really weird because I was on that was like a super high energy day for me. And then it's almost like the darker forces in the world send an agent out or whatever to like slow my progress down. But yeah, that snowplow driver was like super angry, and he just seemed like he was having a super bad day, and then just topped it all off by smashing into my car. But I'm moving forward, and hopefully I'll get some money out of it. And yeah, kind of brings up magnetic attractor fields, and that's what I wanted to talk about. And most of my experience with this has come from like interactions with my twin flame, and how that twin flame dynamic, like I've said in the past, is really an expression in the physical form of like purest love that you can attain. But also the path that leads you to that is the path of your highest possible growth, and that's where like the magnetic attractor fields and behavior patterns come into play in this universe. I think I'm not sure exactly what the concept. I think it's like dharma is are like the laws of the universe, and karma is like your own energy output, I guess. So like I think karma is one of the is a dharma, if I'm not mistaken. But what I'm kind of saying is like the way that the physics work in this universe on like a subatomic or like photonic light and magnetic energy way, uh, are that if you're putting out higher vibrational thoughts and ideas and actions, and being present and putting out love, you're going to get that in return. And you're going to get that in return in many different forms, like coincidences that you need to succeed in life will happen more. Just power of manifestation, or relationships that you're working on, or people that you want to draw in closer, such as a twin flame, will occur more if you're in those patterns. And so I kind of wanted to get into that, my little bit of my experience with that. So there's this yogi that talked about how like the state of being, when you're in that state of being, it basically can heal any kind of broken bridge. If you're in that state of being long enough, you can basically change the past by being in that state, because it's just that energy field, and that beingness allows that God light frequency to shine through you, and the more that does that, the more and more that you're spreading that out into the world. And on a subconscious level and on a like subatomic level, every physical thing on the planet is affected by you in a certain way, in a positive way, and people are going to be subconsciously drawn to you, and drawn to you with like things like synchronicity and whatnot. And that's definitely been happening with my twin flame, and it's he I think yeah, it's really a subconscious thing. And it's like when I'm really progressing with myself and in that state of being, and it's I used to think that when I first learned about that and how you could heal any of those broken bridges through that state of being, I was like, oh great, the only thing I need to do is just be, but that's not there, because your twin flame is there for your highest growth, mentally, physically, spiritually, but also in your lifelong goals and progressions. Like if you can see a path of your life that you really want, and that's like you see that as like being the top of the top, or like the pinnacle of your life, or that pathway is like you really want to do that because that would be like your lifelong accomplishment. Then you're going to get pushed in that direction through actions as well. And um, like at least with my twin flame, he doesn't really respond unless I'm like progressing with actions and progressing my life forward too. You know, like getting out of my parents' house and getting my own apartment and stuff, and like practicing music and uh, what else? Like running in the morning really helps. Doing Kundalini yoga has is really a really powerful magnetic attractor, because if you're doing like Kundalini yoga, it's basically like burning your body from the inside out with like angelic light, you know. And but if you can combine that, and that's my next point and thing that I want to get into, is that if you can combine those vibrations and those energies with that state of being mixed with like the power of love, you know, like that bliss charged love, then that's even stronger, you know. And the book Power versus Force talks about different states of emotions, and how it's like love is like 450 or 470 or something, and then next is like joy, which is in like the 500s, and then peace, I think, is at 600, and then everything after peace are like these conscious states of bliss. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. The different states, quote unquote, I think are just really different vibrations, and if you can tune into certain vibrations while mixing that with the state of consciousness, and like it also has to do with certain realizations and like experiences, I think, to have to do with source and realizing and going through certain experiences to learn that you can hold higher and higher frequencies, and you can become a brighter and brighter beacon or torch of sorts. But yeah, there was this one time specifically where I had this crazy dream or like vision, where I was with my twin flame, and he pointed at this, it looked like a flying saucer, the way that this light was moving, and there's this like epic symbol. I don't really want to get into this, what it looked like, but in particular, but there's like this amazing glowing symbol of like green light, and then all of these light rays were like kind of going over it, like if a flying saucer is flat and then it goes like that, there's like thousands of these light rays, and it looked like it was probably like 500 feet across. And he pointed at it and he told me, "This is us." And like that what we were looking at was like a representation of what our twin flame light energy was together, and what we can generate together, you know. And it was amazing. But I came out of the vision. I like woke up out of the dream. It might have been just a dream, but it was like a super vivid dream, you know. And I woke up out of it, and I felt like my body had this certain like really warm magnetic frequency to it, and it felt so inviting. And like how that state right there, and this has happened like a couple times before with him in the physical world, but this time it was like I woke up with, "This is what we are," and right after that I woke up and felt that frequency, you know. So I've been thinking that if I can tune into that frequency and get my body to that frequency, or get my light bodies to that frequency, and then hold that space and hold that knowing that that frequency will stay present in my vessel, you know, and then go into that state of being and like almost be unconscious of that frequency being emanated all the time from me. And it was like, as soon as I realized that, he like hit me up like right after that, almost. It was like the same day, you know, once I started doing that. And that's what I'm saying, like if you if you can tune into these different frequencies, because I think there's many different flavors of frequency, you know, like everybody says love, 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 you know, but I think it's really love in combination with what you're trying to manifest in this universe, or like a pathway that you can see. Maybe you can tune into the certain pathway and be in that state of love, but also combining it with that certain frequency of manifestation that you need to succeed in whatever endeavor that you are trying to go through in life, you know. So, and I've definitely gotten some really good confirmations about it. So yeah, try that out, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Peace.